Okay, so this is my review for Wolverine Old Man Logan, which is written by Mark Millar, with art by Steve McNiven. I've had quite a few tell me that this is supposedly the last great story written by Millar. I kind of agree with that a little bit. A lot of people bashed the stuff that he did on the new Ultimate Avengers. I actually like the first story arc. Pretty good with the Ultimate Red Skull. But as far as it goes with this story, now, there's two ways that you can get Mark Millar. One is his stuff is going to be, hey, it's straight out going to be sort of a grindhouse, action, gory type of comic, or it's going to be a straight out grindhouse, gory, action-oriented type of comic with a little political metaphor and allegory in it. This is free. This is one of the former stories that is free of the allegory for the time being and is just sort of a shock value little escapist thing. And that's fine with it because I know it's going to be that way. Straight off, I thought the story was excellent. This has been compared pretty much to Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns. I think this is pretty much that way for Wolverine. I still like Dark Knight Returns better, but this is still an excellent futuristic Wolverine story. Basically, what's happened in this is that this story takes place 50 years on down the road from the current timeline. Basically, all the supervillains of every major hero out there decided, you know what, let's really get our shit together and go out there and mess with these heroes. And basically society collapses on itself. The United States is divided up into different territories depending on what villain happens to be able to win it. The Abomination gets the west coast of the United States, Magneto gets a part, Dr. Doom gets a part, the Red Skull gets the east coast, and he rules the country from the White House. And basically, Wolverine had something happen to him in the past, and there was like a huge mindfuck done to him to where he just absolutely refuses to pop his claws and get entangled in fights anymore. Well, that's not entirely true. He does get into fights, but he doesn't want to pop his claws anymore. And there's kind of a backstory that's revealed in this that explains why he does it, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I could buy that. That's a good idea, Millar. The story at present is kind of an amalgamation of Mad Max, Grindhouse, Clint Eastwood movie. And while I say Clint Eastwood, let's see if I can find it. If you take a look at particular poses in here by him, let's see if I can find them. And unfortunately I can't right now. Okay, here we go. In some ways, just some of the poses that he strikes, he reminds me very much of Clint Eastwood, and this does feel like it has a little bit of Unforgiven thrown into it as well. He's settled down in the West, and he's living on some land with a family that he has, and the Hulk owns the land, and basically the Hulk is sort of like a feudal lord, charging everybody rent. And if basically you don't pay up your rent, the Hulk's grandkids are going to come along and basically fuck your shit up and make you move out or just kill you. Logan's running low on money, so he goes and helps Hawkeye make a transfer, basically over to somewhere in the United States, but at the same time they have to do a stop and detour off, help save his daughter because apparently he married the daughter or the granddaughter of Peter Parker, and his daughter is like the fourth or fifth Spider-Girl now. There's a lot of twists and shock value in this. Anybody that's been particularly laid off about Millar's stories, where he just wants to throw something out at you, this one is actually pretty good because he pretty much just says, this is a good old-fashioned shock value story, and I just love it. We do have a point in here where he does actually confront the Red Skull. towards the end of the story. And there's sort of this funny thing about the Red Skull where he's the president and he wound up killing off a whole bunch of heroes. And basically what he likes to do is he has a trophy room in the Oval Office. And he likes to dress up like Captain America and relive his past glories. And he's just gone completely batshit insane. It's a fine story. If you're put off a little bit by gore, I would recommend you not reading this. But if you want a good Wolverine story, in fact, one of the first good Wolverine stories that I've read in quite a while, definitely pick this up. It's maybe about 35. It's actually $30 for this. I bought this for maybe 20 on sale from Barnes & Noble. But yeah, it's definitely worth the read. I recommend you check it out.